Okay. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Now we are live on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you all for joining me today. Before we start today's talk, I just want to mention that uh, the the opportunity about promoting your business with the hashtag 2020 together, it's going to be on for ever. It was not just till 2022. So we will talk about it after this specific talk that I want to invite a dear friend to talk about specific opportunity today. Let's see if she's ready to join. Dr. Mitra Ray. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for joining me. Hello, how are you? Happy New Year.
I'm great. How are you doing, Iman?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. I've been feeling a little bit unwell, but today is much better than yesterday.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Okay. Imagine tomorrow we will be great.
Yes.
Yeah. So happy New Year, Dr. Mitra. Thank you for being here with me today. First, I want to make sure that all my friends are now, like hearing and listening to us properly. If Let's see, yes. So we are now live on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, and now here on Instagram. And thank you for joining me today. This is actually really a special day and really a special talk to me. Uh, Many of you guys already know Dr. Mitra since we talk about emotional health several sessions, and we had this lifestyle medicine summit together. But today we are actually, I invited Dr. Mitra to talk about a certain specific product. I want to admit that this is not an advertising. There is no ad hashtag, or there's this. I put it as a disclaimer here. It is not an advertising. It is a business opportunity for all my friends who are watching me. And beside business opportunity, it is something that I really need. I think you really need to hear it. So thank you for your patience. Please, uh, just to start with whatever you want to start, please go ahead.
Okay, great. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for, I'm so glad that we met through the Lifestyle Medicine Summit and that you did such a great job there. And, we started talking and I started to tell you about this product line that I have been a part of. I was a researcher for many years. My parents, I lost my mom to Alzheimer's. I lost my father to his second heart attack and my mom to Alzheimer's. And I was a young mom. Actually, I was pregnant with my first when my father died of his second heart attack. And this really rocked my world a little bit. I was not ready. I was not at all ready for him to pass. And I know that he would have been a wonderful grandfather. And the doctors tried everything. And as a doctor that, heart attacks it's just the silent killer that comes out of the blue and just takes people away from our lives. And as a researcher, I had been researching. I'd been funded by the National Institutes of Health and the American Cancer Society to study Alzheimer's and cancer. And I was very, very dedicated to my research. And one of my goals in life was to maybe come up with a cure for cancer or something like that. And then because I was so interested in living healthy myself, because I tried to understand why my father had heart disease, why my mom had Alzheimer's. I actually studied Alzheimer's and got a grant to study it. And I realized that we are looking for cures when prevention is really the answer. And so I started to, at that time, I started a juicing regimen, and I knew that eating more fruits and vegetables was definitely a good idea. And this was a long time ago. This is, you know, in the mid 90s. And that's when I heard about this product, which was literally whole food that was dehydrated in a way that preserved the nutrition. Now, a lot of people think that, you know, any kind of processing will ruin the food. You know, we talk about processed foods. And this was a novel concept. And because I'm a biochemist, I understood the technology right away. Actually, my first thought, Iman, was, why didn't I think of this? Because I was juicing in the kitchen, and in the laboratory, I was using the same technology to dehydrate cells for repeated experiments. Okay, so I really knew that we had the technology to capture this nutrition and make it more convenient. You know, of course, I would recommend to everyone to eat more fruits and vegetables, but the reality is, in today's polluted world, there used to be a saying like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Today, an apple a day does not do the trick. You need a rainbow diet. They used to say, back in the 90s, they said 5 a day. It was the 5 a day campaign. Then it went to 5 to 9 servings a day. Now they're saying more matters. The more fruits and vegetables you eat, the more your body can detoxify itself from the increasing pollution on our planet. And, you know, fruits and vegetables may not sound sexy, but it's what we all need. So when I saw this product, I thought, I did some experiments. I put it in my kitchen in a jar with some water. And I also went to the health food store and bought the most expensive vitamins, and I ground them up and dissolved them in water. So I have 2 jars, one with the Juice Plus and one with this other, you know, just multivitamins. And what I saw was that, you know, a couple of weeks later, that the vitamins, nothing happened, but this product had started to rot. And I had a rule of thumb that if a self-respecting bacteria will not attack your food, why should you, right? Mm-hmm. So I thought, okay, this is really like food. You know, this really is. I did some other experiments to see if the enzymes were active, and then the next trick was, I could never take a vitamin supplement because it made me nauseous. I could never keep down a vitamin supplement. Mm-hmm. But I could take this on an empty stomach, which was very different, you know? So all of this caught my attention. Well, that was 28 years ago. And for the last 28 years, I've been using and recommending this product. I have helped hundreds of thousands of people feel better from sharing this product line around the world. And I'm so glad I got to introduce it to you. I know it made sense for you. Tell me, what made sense to you when I shared it with you? So I don't do all the talking.
Well, of course. Yeah, I mean, I remember many of my friends who are following my journey over last year through social media, they saw the trend that I started as a, maybe let's say, young, healthy immigrant doctor, whatever. I was just doing this experiment, but the more I was involved with making these videos and be focused on what I'm doing, and you know, it's a very like a hard work to do, 24/7 job, to think, to make, to create, to do. And at a certain point, I was not attending my self-care as much as I have to, and I lost like over, I don't know, maybe like 20 kilos. And I was not eating properly. And you can see this, you know, in my videos, like let's say 3 months ago, 4 months ago, at the summit that I was doing my speech, I can see the videos that, you know, I was actually, I was finishing kind of thing. And, but so since you introduced this product to me, it's not, again, it's not an advertising. I took the product myself. I took it for more than 2 months now, and I see you can actually go back and see the difference, the way that my everything has changed, and that's why I ask you to join and talk about this product. And I did my research. I think this is the so the product itself called Juice Plus. This is the most, let's say, product that had like gold standard research in the backup. So gold standard research, for you to who might not be familiar with the term, it means that the research and study that happen around some product with nothing that is funded by the company itself. It's happened in universities and in independent hospital and this kind of stuff. But yeah, so I've been taking it for about like 2 months now. Like, I saw the difference, and I saw how everything has changed to me. So I ask you to join and talk about the product itself, please.
Yeah. So, this is a product I've taken. It was my prenatal when I had babies, and now my kids are adults. And I can tell you, through their whole life, I took them to the pediatrician a few times for a wellness checkup,
Mhm.
but really they never had ear infections. They never had any challenges, because they're like the ultimate story for me, because they had it, I say, before sperm and egg met, because both my husband and I had taken Juice Plus before we got pregnant, and then during my pregnancy, it was my prenatal, and then my naturopathic doctor, because I had natural childbirth, she just said, I've never seen such healthy placenta. She was so excited about my placenta, both my natural childbirths. And then all through school, my kids have never missed a single day of school because of illness. Can you imagine that? So I took them on holiday, and I would take wellness days. I would say they never had sick days. So I'm taking them out for vacation a few days early, like before Christmas or anytime they had vacations. I took them out a few days early, saying, hey, if they don't have exams or something, I'm taking them out because I want to go on vacation. And so I've helped people with many, many illnesses like diabetes. I have people who right now, because of using these products and making some other lifestyle changes, which are, by the way, easier to make once you take Juice Plus. That's the other thing that happened for me, is I started to crave better food, because sometimes you tell people to change their diet. It's too hard to do sometimes in the beginning. But when you start taking Juice Plus, what we've noticed for 2 decades, more than 2 decades now, for almost 28 years now, I've noticed that people are eating better, making better choices. And when you talked about the gold standard research, Iman, they have studied everything from skin, like my skin, like look at me, I am 58 years old, and every time I go to a facial or something like that, they cannot believe my skin. I don't have any filters going on the screen. I have the sun coming in a weird angle, but I don't use any. I'm not using any filters or anything. This is my skin. They have done skin research showing that it makes your skin more hydrated, closes up the pore. When you take Juice Plus, it improves your immune system. Who doesn't want a better immune system? We have 5 clinical studies. And when you said gold standard, I want to talk about that for a second, because they didn't research in a test tube. They didn't research in, mice and rats and things, rabbits. They studied human beings, and it was placebo controlled. So there was a placebo group and a Juice Plus group. And it was done, as you said, at independent universities and clinics around the world. Scientists and doctors around the world have studied this product. You can ask Google what is the most researched nutritional product in the world, and you see that it is Juice Plus. So they've studied the cardiovascular system. They recently came out with a brain study. This one really gets me excited, because I told you I was studying I used to think, wow, do I have some genetic propensity for Alzheimer's because my mom had it? I used to worry about dementia a lot. And they literally just published a study last year showing that it helps your memory, it helps your focus, it just helps you with what's called executive function, that your brain is really online and ready to roll, and I noticed that for sure. I mean, I feel like my brain hasn't deteriorated at all in the time that I've taken Juice Plus. In fact, if anything, I'm more eager than ever to learn more information and, spread the word, because most people need help. In today's world, I see so many people are stressed. And that's the other thing I've noticed, because from the lifestyle medicine, I'm also very interested in stress. And what I noticed is that I noticed that I was less stressed. Everything just came down a notch, because your brain needs these what are called polyphenols, which are a group of compounds that are really responsible for slowing down the aging process. They are basically epigenetic modulators. They help our genes function better. They help your genes express themselves in the body, so you're expressing a younger body. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I also want to share my results. Like, when I turned 50, I went and did every scan in the world I could think of, everything from my teeth to my bone density. And inside, I'm a 20-year-old. That's what all the results came back and said, is that inside I'm a 20-year-old. I don't take calcium supplements. I eat more fruits and vegetables because I take Juice Plus. But I just wanted to encourage your listeners, to learn about this information, because I'm just here to help people improve their health in as easy a start as possible. And this is a product that's available in many, many countries around the world. So thank you for the opportunity to talk about it.
Well, actually, thank you. I noticed some questions, so this is actually important too. First of all, what actually is the product? So the way that we're talking about it seems that this is some kind of like a magic. And what exactly is Juice Plus?
Okay, so it's 4 blends, and I forgot to bring the bottle. I thought I had the bottles with me, and I don't know what I did with them. But they're basically 4 blends. In the USA and Canada, for sure you can get the 4 blends. I think the Omega blend is coming out in other countries, but there's a fruit blend with 7 different fruits, a veggie blend with 8 different vegetables, a berry blend with all kinds of wild berries like 9 berries and other things. So basically you get 30 different fruits and vegetables in the first 3 blends: fruit, veggie, and berry. And then there's an Omega blend that's also a newer product that's available in many of the countries already, which is plant omegas. Like, fish don't make omegas. They get it from eating algae. Only plants make omegas, and the fishing industry is ruining our oceans. It's just, and it's also controversial. There's also research that isn't as prominent, but it's kind of controversial. I would never recommend fish oil products to anybody, to be honest with you. For instance, you're a man, and I would tell you, like, I've seen such research that taking fish oils increases your chances of prostate cancer. And that was research that was done at the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Institute here in Seattle. But on the other hand, our body, our brains, our heart, every cell in our body needs omegas. And they have an omega blend from 6 different plants, because plants are the original source. And when I started taking the omegas, it improved my eyesight. Like, I used to need readers, when I went into a restaurant, and then I started taking the omegas, and I started taking a double dose, and now I don't need readers anymore. So I know the omegas are very good for eyesight, heart function, brain function, and also just the rest of the body, even your skin. I even put the omegas on my skin. I punch a little hole in the capsule and put it on my skin. So these are the 4 major blends. They also have some shakes, called Complete, which is really good food for the gut bacteria, because you have to feed the good bacteria in your gut if you want to stay healthy. I noticed that some people are asking how to order it. I know your website is iman1.juiceplus.com. Maybe you might want to type that in. Maybe I'll type that in for these guys. So it's iman1.juiceplus.com. And I know there's some bundle packages that you can get as well. But it's a wonderful, wonderful product for sure. And I know that you and I were going to do a Zoom call for people who wanted to find out more about this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on Thursday, I guess. Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah. So maybe people should. How would you like them to
Well,
reach out?
yeah, of course. And I see like there are more questions about. So let's just mention that.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with the idea of Juice Plus in over a night. And Dr. Mitra here, she can say that at the beginning when we talked about it, I told her that, okay, so let me take it, let me see how does it work. And it was phenomenal. I mean, you can see the difference outside, like go back and watch the videos over the last 2 months. And I can see it from inside. There's like everything is like dramatically better for me and my everything. Even some kind of like I don't want to go deep inside details, but I am off 3 different medications now than I was 2 months ago. And so then I started to partner up with the brand and Dr. Mitra. You've been working with this company for over 20 years, I guess, 28 years.
28 years,
28 years. And I'm so happy and proud to announce that I'm working with this company. I'm working with them and I partner up with them. And so this is the website, iman1.juiceplus.com. And if you are, I think it's available in over 20 countries now.
Yeah, 25 countries or so. You can go to iman1.juiceplus.com and you can change the country in the top right.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the very top right of the screen, you can see that you can drop down and find the country that you're in and see if it's available there. Yeah. And I recommend to everyone to start with the fruit, vegetable, and berry blend. And if also they have the omega blend, also add that to the regimen, because this is sort of a foundation that every day you're going to get. Basically, you're going to start the day with 36 different fruits and vegetables with all the blends, all these 4 blends in your body. And if you add the shakes as well, then you'll be up to 50 different plants and the shakes are delicious. I use them all the time, like a quick meal, a breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, before or after workout. It's just a convenient and delicious, probably the most delicious shake on the market, not to mention the most researched, as well as the most, beneficial to your bacteria.
Yeah. So before we get to the to more details, there are the question I'm reading them. First of all, is it can we give Juice Plus to kids?
Yes. In fact, in most countries, you can sign up, and the kids can get the fruit and the vegetable blend for free for up to 4 years. If your kids are between the ages of 4 and 18, then and even in college, if they're in college, they can be a little bit older. You just have to have a college email address for them. But kids can get the 2 of the blends, the fruit and the vegetable blend, for free when the adult signs up for the capsules. So that's also, they are so committed as a company to our youth. That is another reason I'm a big supporter of this company and what they are doing. Yeah.
And the next question is it expensive?
Compared to what? Like, I think, if you look at basically for a couple of dollars a day is the answer for, basically if you just take the 2 blends, it's more like $3 a day in the US. If you take all 4 blends, that's not much money to invest in. That's less than a Starbucks latte, So I don't think it's expensive for the there is no pharmaceutical or anything with or without a subscription that you can take that can give you the same health benefits
Mm-hmm.
for the price of a fancy latte or less, So I don't think that's expensive at all.
And can they replace the actual food?
Well, the capsules don't have any calories. Now, if you took all 4 capsules, I have had people who really wanted to, let's say, lose weight, and they would just take the shakes and the capsules for a while, or maybe just have one meal a day and have the shakes and the capsules, and you can really, really get all the nutrition you need and lose weight in a healthy way. But the capsules themselves do not replace eating fruits and vegetables. In fact, hopefully it'll make you crave healthier food. But what I do think is that people, when they try to eat 2 or 3 meals a day, sometimes it's more meals than they actually need. We don't need to eat 3 meals a day. I don't even know where that came from, that people expect to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think 1 or 2 meals a day is plenty of food for most people. And why we're hungry all the time, though, is because our brain is looking for the nutrition. So you can eat a lot of calories, and they can be empty calories. But when people take Juice Plus, they find they have to eat less naturally because their body is getting the micronutrition that's missing in their food. All those polyphenols, and the other thing, Iman, about the Juice Plus is that it's more nutrition than we can really eat, because when we eat an orange, we don't eat the skin of that orange. But that skin has more nutrition than the orange itself. And Juice Plus puts the whole skin, if it's appropriate, if it's a part of the fruit and vegetable that has a good nutrient profile, they put the whole fruit and vegetable in. We don't often eat the stalks of the broccoli or the core of the pineapple. They're going to get all of that when they take Juice Plus, because it's all in there and it's all crushed up and then processed so quickly that they work with small to medium-sized farms that are either organic or trying to be organic. So they also support these real farmers, not like big agra, but like real farmers that are trying to grow really high nutrient-dense food. And most of that, the reason they can make the product as inexpensive as it is because most of the organic produce gets thrown away because it's too ripe for shipment. But that also means it's the most nutrient dense. So unfortunately, the most nutrient dense produce is too ugly or too ripe for shipment and grocery store placement. So the company can buy all this and just put it in a capsule. So we get the advantage of really top shelf nutrition for the least amount of money. So this makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I personally love it, and I've been taking it for a while now. I can see the difference. So it's amazingly working, and I'm so glad. That's exactly why I asked you to join me today and talk about this product itself. But so we're gonna have a Zoom meeting on Thursday, and if you are interested to learn more about the product and the other businesses around this specific product that we're working on, you can send me a DM on Instagram or send me an email at pr@driman.com and mention Juice Plus and your country. So I will send you the link for the Zoom call. And if you already wanted to get your Juice Plus, you can ask for the link. I will send you the link to get your first order. You can go to www.iman1.juiceplus.com as well and choose your country and get your product. But I personally believe, as a doctor, as a surgeon who sit in an office, and that's actually what I talked about before with Dr. Mitra. As a surgeon, you are the last resort. And the most thing that you can do is to give people time. People come to you with cancer, with stomach cancer, with esophageal cancer, with colon cancer, with all this cancer, and they ask for times. How much more do we have? And that is the problem with lifestyle. But eating properly is one of the most important keys to have a healthy life and live a longer life. That's exactly why I decided to step out of the office and be here and do everything I can in my knowledge and my capacity to bring more healthier choices if it's about mindset or nutrition or anything else. I come to you. I don't wait for you to come to me. So that's exactly what we are doing here. And yeah, so we will have this call on Thursday uh, around noon, like kind of like this time, or maybe a little bit sooner on Zoom call. So if you want to join me and Dr. Mitra on the Zoom call, please let me know. Come to my DM and send me a DM and ask for the Zoom link, or send me an email, even better. And again, so thank you for your time. Is there anything else we share today here?
Yeah, I really look forward to seeing a lot of people on that Zoom call because I love to answer people's questions around health. I've been doing this for 28 years, and I'm just so excited that your audience is interested in their health, and I want to help them have the healthiest journey starting in 2022 and moving forward. I've had the benefit. I feel like people ask me, why do you still do this? And it's because I can't not do this, knowing that people can have such a simple, easy solution to start their health journey or add to their health journey wherever you are, no matter what else you're doing for your health or not doing for your health. This is a great addition to the program. So I'm really excited to get to know your audience better and help them make the best choices for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that too. And again, I know that you already over. I mean, so you had another meeting before, but so thank you for staying here and being with us. And see you on Thursday with my friends all here.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
All right. Yeah, plant-based food is excellent. Yeah, thank you, Dorian. Yes, so guys, thank you so much for being here again. I have to repeat um, two things that we discussed here. First of all, if you're interested about this specific product and as well the business that I started to do around this product, you can join me on Thursday in a Zoom call. You send me a DM or email at pr@driman.com and DM on Instagram, and just let me know that you're interested. I will send you the link to the website and to the Zoom link for the call on Thursday. And again, before we call the session, and the offer that I had about your businesses on, uh, sorry about that, about your businesses in under the hashtag 2020 together. This offer will be on forever. Means that from now on, whenever you make a video about you, yourself, your business, and introduce it and put it on your stories on Instagram and mention me, I will put it on my stories for free. This way, I want to encourage you to make videos about yourself and your story and put it out there. And I hope that it helps. Uh, that's it all for now. Thank you again for joining me today. Looking forward for your emails and to see your DMs, and hopefully we can have a great Zoom meeting on Thursday, 2 days from now. Love you all. Thank you, and be blessed. I will be back soon. Take care. Bye. You go first with TikTok, and then